You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Santa, your host. We are nearing the end. It's just a couple days away, and it'll be 2025. It's just a couple of days away. Sure, this time next week, it will be 2025. Before this time next week, it'll be 2025. So now is the time to check a couple of those things off of your list so that you can build momentum and you can enter 2025 with the victory of small wins. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. As we all approach the end of the year, it's natural to feel a bit overwhelmed by all that's left to do, and even more so by the big aspirations that you have for the coming year. However, research suggests that starting small by focusing on achievable incremental wins can actually pave the way for greater success in the long term. Small wins don't just provide short-term satisfaction. They create a powerful ripple effect that can boost motivation, enhance productivity, and set the stage for long-term achievement. There's science behind it, believe it or not. Small wins are far more powerful than we often give them credit for. According to a study published in the American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine, achieving small incremental goals is key to long-term success and overall well-being. The study suggests that breaking large, daunting tasks into smaller, manageable pieces allows us to feel a sense of progress and accomplishment along the way. These small wins serve as a stepping stone towards large goals, reducing the likelihood of burnout and maintaining a sustainable level of motivation. The Journal of Personality and Social Psychology also supports the idea, noting that accomplishing small tasks activates the brain's reward system, increasing dopamine levels and promoting positive emotions. And we've talked about the happy chemicals throughout the podcast. And you can find those podcast episodes on my website, dothisfirst.life, and just scroll to the bottom. You'll see the happy chemicals linked. As a result, people feel more energized, which leads to higher motivation for tackling subsequent challenges. In essence, small wins build momentum that propels us forward, creating a cycle of success. What you should do to set yourself up for success right now is complete a lingering task. That's called the power of closure. It's one of the simplest and most satisfying ways to build momentum in these last few days of the year, just to finish a lingering task or a project. We all have items on our to-do list that we've been putting off, whether it's a work assignment, a household chore, a personal goal, making that call, making that visit. However, research from the Journal of Consumer Research highlights how even completing small, seemingly insignificant tasks can provide a deep sense of accomplishment. The study found that completing tasks, no matter how minor, activates the same neural pathways in the brain associated with achieving larger goals. It feels the same to the brain. This action helps release a rush of dopamine, which boosts our mood and creates a sense of progress. When you tick something off of your list, especially a task that's been weighing on your mind, it not only alleviates stress, but also encourages you to take on new challenges. For example, finishing a small work project, organizing a cluttered desk, or answering those emails you've been avoiding can all provide immediate satisfaction and leave you with a sense of achievement. These small wins help close out the year with a feeling of productivity and accomplishment, which can spill over into a more productive and fulfilling 2025. You can also start a new habit to build momentum for long-term success. It's a powerful way to build momentum before the new year by setting a small positive habit. Rather than setting lofty resolutions that can feel overwhelming or unrealistic, why not commit to a tiny actionable change that can quickly become part of your routine? Research from the European Health Psychology Society shows that starting small, sustainable habits is an effective way to improve well-being and build long-term success. The key to habit formation is starting small. The more manageable the change, the more likely it is that you'll stick with it. For instance, committing to drink 1 extra glass of water each day, taking a 10-minute walk, or practicing gratitude by writing down 3 things you're thankful for each night are all examples of small habits that can have a lasting impact. A study published in the European Journal of Social Psychology found that it takes an average of about 66 days for a new behavior to become automatic. Starting with a small, manageable habit gives you the flexibility to build consistency and gradually expand it over time. If you start the year with something simple yet impactful, like a daily stretch or a few minutes of just reflection, you're more likely to carry that positive behavior through the year. And because you've successfully built one small habit, you'll feel encouraged to continue making further positive changes throughout the year. Small wins create a psychological advantage. They help us develop the belief that we're capable of achieving more, which fuels our desire to take on larger challenges. A study in the Journal of Applied Behavioral Science explores how the progress principle works. The idea that small, consistent progress leads to greater motivations can improve productivity and engagement. Researchers found that people who make steady incremental progress on their goals were significantly more motivated to continue working towards them than those who focused only on large, distant outcomes. The key word there is only. A mix of both is the best thing to do. When you achieve small wins, your brain recognizes the effort and rewards you with a sense of accomplishment. This reward system creates a positive feedback loop where the small victory motivates you to take on more tasks, which of course leads to further success. Whether it's finishing a project or starting a new exercise routine or just sticking to a new habit, each small win contributes to a sense of competence and momentum, which is essential for achieving larger goals. Set yourself up for success in the new year. Starting the new year with small wins does more than just give you a sense of accomplishment. It helps you build the psychological and emotional foundation necessary for tackling larger challenges in 2025. By focusing on small successes, you're setting yourself up to build a positive, productive mindset that can carry you through the year. The act of achieving small goals offers immediate rewards, which makes it easier to stay motivated as you work towards bigger projects. The American Journal of Lifestyle Medicine points out that people who consistently achieve small wins are more likely to stay engaged and less likely to experience burnout. By building momentum now, you're not only improving your chances of success in the coming year, but also reducing the emotional and mental barriers to larger long-term goals. As the year comes to a close, don't overlook the power of small wins. Whether it's completing a lingering task, starting new habits, or simply taking action on something that's been hanging over your head, these small steps can lead to big change. The research shows that small wins create a ripple effect. Each success motivates you to take on the next challenge, gradually building momentum and fueling long-term success. If you want to finish strong and start the year strong, take these final days of the year to start small and to build momentum. That way you can set yourself up for success in 2025. The key is not waiting for a big breakthrough, but rather focusing on the small everyday victories that add up to something much greater. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all of my podcast episodes on my blog on dothisfirst.life. And while you're there, you can also sign up for my weekly newsletters. You can also listen to all of my podcast episodes. And you can also sign up to my YouTube channel. And my handle there is @dothisfirst. Tomorrow we'll continue with our micro series of finishing strong with another science-backed, empirical research method go-to strategy to make the most out of these last days of 2024. Till tomorrow. Moving past the rain.